Always, you're over here, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you're over here. It's Friday. I'm excited. We'll see how many people come in. Because what I am thinking about doing is if it continues to be light on Friday, then we may only do this Monday through Thursday. I know a lot of people want to have their weekends free and available. So I want to honor that. Maybe this is just a day where people just want to take a little time off. Especially those of you that have been showing up consistently. I'm really proud of you because I know that I've been hearing a lot of positive things from those of you that are showing up and are putting these lessons into action into your life. I am going to go ahead and get started. Hey, Robert, how's your day? I was just talking about how on Fridays it seems to be a little bit lighter, and so I may only make this Monday through Thursday, but we'll see what happens. Are you excited about the weekend? So while you're answering, there is a couple of cool things coming up. So I just wanted to let you know. One of them is that we will be having a Protect Your Energy class. This class is going to be open to everybody. It will be on August the 26th at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a free class for those of you that struggle with energy. It's about learning how to protect yourself and not be so open, because you're going to learn how to set boundaries. So number one, if you're somebody that is like me, you go out in a public place and or a social event and you come home and you feel drained and you want to learn how to protect yourself in that way, then this class is for you. Also, if you find that you give your heart and soul. Some of you give your heart and soul in relationships, and we'll talk about if it's the right relationship or not another time, but you give your heart and soul in these relationships and you end up drained and you end up depleted and frustrated. And on top of that, you're with somebody that doesn't understand how big your heart is. And so a lot of times things that impact you very deeply, people are telling you maybe you should just get over it. And that's very hurtful. Also, this class is for you if you just find that you pick up on people's negative energy, or if you pick up on like you go in a situation and you can pick up on that negativity and it's hard to shake it off, then this class is going to be perfect for you. Because what we're going to be doing is just really breaking down what empathy truly looks like and ways that we can protect ourselves from negative energy, the ways that we can start to set up boundaries in our life so that we don't get so depleted or pick up stuff that's not ours, but also protect ourselves from our own mess, right? Because a lot of it, the mess that we go through is self-generated. So you'll learn how to do that in the class. And then just some tips and tricks to put this energy back into play. So again, the class will be on August the 26th. There will be no replay for this class. This is a free class. I'm teaching you everything I know. So if you want to take this class, make the time to take this class. The only people that have access to the replay are my private clients and Robert. Those of you that are in the Personal Mastery membership will have access to all replay materials. So Robert said, we will be going back to our offices full time, and I want to learn how to protect my energy at work. Yeah, I'm starting to hear about a lot of people having to go back into the office. So actually, this may be a perfect time for us to take a class or have a class like this, because you'll certainly have some tangible tools that you can use and take with you to your office so that you're not picking up on a lot of negativity, especially right now, because people are having a lot of probably anxiety and maybe don't even want to come back to work. So that just adds on top of the negativity. I just got a message that the Olympics just started. So I totally forgot. Maybe that's why people aren't here. So we're going to make this quick so you don't miss it. All right. So the lesson for today is a fairly simple lesson. I will leave the links for the class because I already have the registration page up, and the registration is limited for that free class on protecting your energy. All right. So what we're talking about today, really quickly, so we can get to the Olympics, for those of you that like that, is how an accountability partner can change everything. There is this popular mentality going around that says that if you have a goal or if you're trying to accomplish something in life, that you need to keep that secret. I'm here to tell you right now, I don't believe that that's true. I'll tell you why I don't believe that that's true. Number one, if somebody says anything about your, if someone is like giving you crap about the things that you have in your heart, your goals and your dreams, and that impacts you, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you something that's very hard for you to hear. That's your problem, that you're letting other people impact how you approach your life and you allow them to take your vibe away. Now, that aside, I'm going to tell you why I believe that you should tell people certain things. Number one, especially if you're trying to do something that you've never done before, a lot of the times when I have told somebody what I am trying to do, they are connected. They are connected to somebody that can help me and move me in the right direction. So I feel like, and it opens doors or it starts conversations. And through those conversations, you learn information that you can use to start to move forward on your goal. So I would have you to stop trying to think that unless you have like a proprietary information or some sort of patent, don't be afraid to tell people what you're going after. You need to make your habits immediately unsatisfying if you don't do them. You are more likely to ability an experience when the ending is painful. And so if you make failure painful, you won't do it. If failing on your goals is paying less, you tend to ignore what it is that you need to do and give up on yourself. Hey, Raven. So let me put it like this. We all know those times when we decide that we're going to eat bad or we're going to just lay in bed and do all the things other than moving forward in our goal, how that doesn't really feel painful in that moment. But the issue is it immediately or not immediately, it insidiously will start to be painful because maybe those decisions that you made about your health didn't impact you the first, the second, the third, the 10th time that you decided to move in a different direction. However, they all hit you at once when you turn 40, when you turn 50, and you got to talk about your levels and your high blood pressure and you're overweight and your knees hurt. A lot of that is not because of you turning 40, 50, it's because you didn't take care of yourself. It wasn't painful when you didn't take care of yourself. And so therefore you continue to move in a direction that you knew wasn't for your highest and best good. So again, if failure is not painful, a lot of times we will move in the direction that will have us continuing to do things that we know that we don't need to do. Most people, too, because of that fact, are comfortable with failure. Number one, it takes people a lot of energy to start to move forward in a different direction and to be consistent and to be persistent, especially because they have not learned the things that you've learned over the course of these live streams. So when you don't feel that pain, it actually is comfortable for you to fail. It's comfortable. And by you not communicating with other people about what it is that you want to do, sometimes that even makes it comfortable for you to fail because they may be able to talk to you or recognize the other multiple times that you said that you've done something and you didn't. But you may think it's their problem when in fact it's your problem, because when you say that you're going to do something, we have to learn to do it. And so talking to other people actually makes it less comfortable for you to continue to move in a direction that you said that you were going to change. If you want to prevent bad habits and eliminate unhealthy behaviors, then adding an instant cost to the action is a great way to reduce the odds. And you have to do this fast. So you have to increase the speed of punishment. You can't say that you're going to make not doing your habit painful and then wait a week and then give yourself the punishment, because it won't work. And you can't say that, okay, well, if I don't go work out, then I'm not going to have a candy bar. That's not painful enough. We all can skip that and be okay with still living our mediocre lives. What you need to do is add something that he's going to is talking about in this chapter that's going to add an immediate cost to a bad habit, and it's called creating a habit contract. Let's see. Robert said you got that right about changing directions in my 50s. Yeah, it's some of that stuff, it just catches up with you like that. I'm gonna tell you right now, the power of compounding interest, compounding decisions. You don't think that they will, but they end up. So let's talk about this habit contract very quickly. You have to think about, some of us were in that era where drugs were out of control. We're not gonna get on the politics about that. However, there was a program introduced into our public school systems called DARE. And even though DARE may have seemed hokey and cheesy, and there were still some people that graduated and did drugs, for the majority of people, when they went through that program and they created that contract with themselves and sometimes with their parents, like my mom came up to the school for that, then it did show a decrease in people wanting to move on and wanting to take drugs, abuse certain drugs. So when you make a habit contract, it does make it more likely that you will stay on track. Here's the other thing though. Then you find one or two people to act as your accountability partners to sign off on the contract with you. So sometimes for a lot of people, it's not just about saying it, and it's not about telling other people you're going to do something. It is actually about writing it all out, writing what you say you're going to do, what is the punishment if you're not going to do it, and then talking to other people, maybe for some of you that get down when people don't support you, maybe people that you trust. And that's why we have the personal mastery membership for those of you that need help with that. Telling people that you trust so that they can sign off on the contract with you. You may think that this is small, but what this does is put not only what you say in the forefront of your mind, but now you've enlisted one or two people that have now saw that you made a contract with yourself to be able to do something and follow through with it. And don't skip this step. Do not think that you don't need an accountability partner. Most of us need accountability partners, especially when we're trying to change more ingrained behavior and really shift our identity. If the identity of our new person is very far off from who we were or who we are right now, then it may be a little bit harder for you to get on track. And so this accountability partner is going to help you. One of the guys in the book said that he would sometimes think, okay, well, for this, it's not a big deal, so I'm going to skip this step. And immediately, he said, anytime he skipped that part, he would start slacking. And I want you to think about this in a direction of why people hire coaches. A lot of you are scared to make these sort of investments in yourself, but you have to realize that if you don't have people in your life that can support you and encourage you, and if you know that you have had a habit of being inconsistent and not being able to stay on track, then you usually are the type of person that says that you're going to do something, but then you start to give yourself a permission to fail and you start to slack off immediately. And so that is why coaching, working with somebody is so powerful. They are not going to let you slack off. If you get a good coach, they're going to help you stay on track. They're going to encourage you. They're going to give you tough love. And that's half the battle, is just staying on track. He said when his wife and his trainer were acting as his accountability partners and with the habit contract, clarifying exactly what was to happen, he was able to stay on track. And then I don't know if you guys know Margaret Cho, she's a comedian, but she also has an accountability partner. She challenges herself to write a joke a day or write a song a day. And she joined this challenge with her friend. And through that, they help each other both stay accountable. So for those of you that maybe, I don't know for what reason you aren't ready to work with a coach and you still want to try to feel what this can look like, again, find somebody that you could trust. Those of you that are in the membership, I encourage you to connect with each other to be accountability partners for each other. Because when you know that someone is watching you, whether that be your coach, your mentor, your friend, or whoever you enlist and you tell them what you're trying to do, it is a powerful motivator, because Sometimes it's easy for us to let our own selves down, but when we know that someone else is counting on us to be successful and is rooting for us, it makes it more likely that we'll stay on track because you don't want to let them down. Maybe you let yourself down all the time, but a lot of us really are very strongly averse to letting other people down in our lives. It also makes you less likely to procrastinate and give up because you know that there's an immediate cost for you not doing what you said you're going to do, because your coach, your mentor, your friend, whoever you enlist as your accountability partner is going to be right there asking you, did you do it? Why didn't you do it? Etc. And you'll have to explain that. So again, I'm going to keep it really short. I know the Olympics is on. Do you have any questions or concerns about this? For those of you that missed the very beginning of this live, make sure you watch the beginning because I'm releasing a class next month about how to protect yourself from negative energy. A lot of you are going back to work, so this is the perfect time to do that. All right, let's all go check out the Olympics, and I will talk to you later Monday. I'll see you guys Monday. All right, bye.